Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video. I promised yesterday that we'll have a look at ETH. So far didn't have the time yet to record another video. Now we just had CPI data and New York Open. CPI came in as expected and core CPI came in slightly worse than expected. Still BTC is pumping, indexes are pumping, everything is in the green, and it's like we forgot everything already that happened last Friday. And also BTC is taking out the highs. It is absolutely crazy. We're going parabolic. We have been pumping up more than 30%, 35%, insane in the last 3 or 4 days. We are hitting some resistance. If you have seen the video that I recorded yesterday, I said I will not flip bullish unless we break here that 25.2k, and now we flipped it, and now we broke it. So you'd say we're now right away flipping bullish again. Yes and no. I mean, when we talked about breaking market structure yesterday, then we said, well, BTC had a low, then we made a higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low. And now actually I was waiting here for the golden pocket, value area high of this mini range, value area high here. It was right in the middle, to then maybe reverse to the downside and to then go lower. Then we also have our confirmed change of market structure, and that is then a lower high. We have a lower low, that's breaker structure. Confirmed market structure is then the lower high. But of course that didn't happen, and I said also yesterday the biggest FU would be if we are creating here this lower low and then right away a higher high, and within 24 hours, it's unbelievable, within 24 hours we made it. So therefore you would say, okay, now I didn't flip in bullish. Yes, in the sense that of course the next one needs to be then a higher low, and then of course we maintain bullish market structure. There are a few other things that I want to point out. Something that someone pointed me out yesterday and said, well, Ray, you could say that on the daily here we lost the market structure and therefore we flipped it, but the weekly candle, this big red one, looks like a hammer, which in itself is also a bullish candle. That one closed above the previous low here. So this was your weekly close and open from a few weeks ago, and then this one was from last week. We closed above. So in this sense you kind of maintained weekly market structure, but you lost the daily. It's like, well, okay, yeah, makes sense. With that being said, once we lost the market structure, we right away started pumping up, and we kind of reclaimed then the bullish market structure quite fast on the hourly, on the 4 hourly. So all in all, only the daily was at that time of the recording still bearish market structure, but actually the weekly and everything underneath the daily already regained the bullish market structure. And we also talked about the ribbons. I hope I have it still somewhere here, else I'm gonna quickly make it pop up. That is this one. This on the daily, I said, well, it looks like we want to flip bearish, but now we pumped. I said, do we get a bearish retest? No, we just pumped straight to you. So this was a big FU, and so this also now flipped bullish again. I am staying a little bit careful though, because we do right away have a still a problem popping up from this weekend. This is CME gap. Now, have to be said, this was also a big CME gap coming in here at 14 and 15 of January, and now we closed it almost 2 months later. So this might also be closed much later. Maybe it takes weeks or even months before we eventually go down. The reason why I think that we do need to close it sooner or later is that this gap is just way too big not to get closed. We're talking here about 9%. That is just way too big not to get closed. Therefore I am staying a little bit cautious, but of course I will trade either way. All right, let's take this off. One thing that we're right away running against is not only this trend line. Of course, this trend line is always a little bit biased, depends on how you draw it, but we also have the golden pocket, 26,000 to 26,500, and we right away pumped all the way up to the top, the 65 of the FIB retracement. This golden pocket is measured from this top right here to the bottoms right here, back to the golden pocket, so I do expect some resistance there. But I have to say, when we also dropped down this entire part from approximately 25k, we had quite some support underneath us, and we just slowly grinded lower, and then therefore we also flipped all of that support into resistance. And I remember that I also said here, I said, wow, if we need to go back up, we have a lot of resistance to claim. A macro value area high, a very low, point of control, golden pocket, monthly open, value area high. It was just a lot. And you can see that sometimes also even I am very amazed how quickly we can regain that, but we're going up so fast with almost no market structure. I mean, it's nice for the portfolio and my holding portfolio to see that going up, but there is just almost no market structure in the way up, so we could just reverse as fast down as that we came up. I am now watching really that 25,200, 25,300, those were the tops right here to hold. If we are breaking the golden pocket, then I would be looking out for 28, 29, and that is a bigger chunk of price action that we had here. I really think we are going to see quite the hold up here, but not there yet. But it's just if we start breaching this, the reason is also that this also barely has any market structure, meaning that there's just a swift move down, and therefore we can also have a swift move back up again. So be careful once we start breaking higher. That 28 is definitely the card, but right now bouncing off that trend line that we draw in support and resistance and that golden pocket, I would like to see a little bit of a retracement. Most obvious would be the golden pocket, but that is quite far from here. With such a bullish sentiment, I don't think we are even going to get to the golden pocket anytime soon. We'll be around 22k, but the best probably, if you still want to get into long, is this value area high of this range, 24,300, and then we have of course these tops also right here, which I think could be a very nice support and resistance. So what you then do is just you take a trend line, you extend it, and you say, okay, you know what, this was first resistance where we couldn't break to that's why those are tops. Then if we go lower, maybe then it's now support, and then we eventually can go higher. But of course be careful, because we just pumped up, like I said, 30-35% in matter of days. This is going to retrace sooner or later, so just be careful. Don't FOMO in right now. If you missed part of the move, which I also did, then just let it ride. You will get another trade. I don't really like opening up trades on Saturday or Sunday because the volume is much lower, and therefore I actually was also hoping and waiting for a retrace on Monday and then to get in, but that didn't happen, of course. And then yeah, there's actually not really a nice retrace to get here into a trade. There's not really already a higher low, not a good bottom. We don't really see some sideways action on a specific level before we go higher. So yeah, I think a lot of people got caught by surprise, and also saw that a lot of big traders didn't catch this entire move, but maybe just partly. So that is just for now what I'm trying to give you as a takeaway. So please be careful. We are at resistance. Yes, we could go higher. If we go higher, I'm looking at 28k, but now I would actually like to see us retreat, retrace a little bit, and really test some of these resistance level as support, and then maybe to go higher from there. And I promise that soon I will upload a detailed video about ETH. With that being said, guys, please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share the video with your friends if you think this is useful. Also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, where I have been updating you the entire time. Thank you guys so much. See you in the next one. Bye bye.